and gentlemen, our next bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the TFC lightweight division. Your judges cage side are Brian Bernhardt, William Warwick Jr., and Usman Ali. Introducing first to my left, in the blue corner, this man is a mixed martial artist weighing in at 158 pounds. He comes in with a professional record of 4 victories and 14 losses, representing A-Team from Edmonton, Alberta, Mike Batman Bell. And introducing his opponent to my right, in the red corner, this man is a freestyle fighter weighing in at 156½ pounds. He comes in with a professional record of 9 victories and 7 losses, representing Brandon Mixed Martial Arts and Boxing Academy from Brandon, Manitoba, Curtis the Demon Demarce.
All right, gentlemen, you both know the rules. I expect you to fight clean, fight fair, fight hard. Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up. Good luck.
Over there, Mike. I'm Dustin Nielsen, of course, alongside our MMA analyst, Chris LaBelle. You think these two guys look fired up right there? Do you see that stare down? They're ready to go.
Well, you got to realize Mike Bell is no stranger to big matches. He's fought Chris Ordecki, Fabio Holanda, I mean, Kyle Aote. Like, he's fought Ryan Heck. Like, he has fought really tough guys. This is going to be a good test for him. Let's see if he's improved on his MMA game, and let's see if Curtis can stand to the task.
Curtis Demarce, Mike Bell, fight 2 on our pay-per-view card tonight here, TFC 10 High Octane. And these two fighters feeling each other out a little bit here in the first 20 to 30 seconds. Mike Bell thought about a kick there, but they're keeping their distance rather nicely now, shooting in for the takedown. Let's see if he can get it, and yes, Curtis Demarce gets Mike Bell on his back. Now they got Bell up against the cage. Demarce trying to...
Look at Bell working on that arm right now, looking for a Kimura.
Do you think he's got an opportunity from that position there?
Not at all.
No? No chance?
No chance. Curtis Demarce is very athletic.
Oh, now he's got his arm. There's an opportunity.
He's trying to pull that arm out. No!
Almost had it locked in. Mike Bell almost ended this fight in the opening minute. Now he's got side control. Demarce has his feet up against the cage. How nice is that to have that little bit of leverage if you're Curtis Demarce?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Mike Bell's probably feeling pretty good about his ground skills. I mean, that was a very nice attempt at the Kimura. He had the arm almost wrenched right back. He's getting some short elbows in there. This is a great fight, and you can see the experience. 16 fights. I mean, Mike Bell's had 17 fights. These guys know what they're doing, and it's nice to watch some experienced Canadian fighters go at it.
You watch Mike Bell there. He has him in a great position. He takes a look over to his corner. He gets some instruction, and then now he goes back to work. That is Curtis Demarce on the bottom. Mike Bell, 4-14 in MMA on the top. And you know what I found interesting? We talked about Curtis Demarce being the submission expert, and early in this fight, it was Mike Bell who tried to finish this one with a submission. So nice to see Mike Bell to try to out-submit a submission specialist, I guess you could say.
Well, his intentions were good there. And Mike Bell, of course, you know what? He's in good shape tonight, and I can tell he is. You can see the amount of muscle maturity that he's carrying right now, and that may come into play here tonight against Curtis Demarce. Mike Bell's got a couple more fights. He's also got an age advantage as well, and sometimes that age can come into play when it comes to maturity and staying calm in the pocket.
Mike Bell, 29 years old. Curtis Demarce, 21. He's 21 years old, and he's already got 15 fights under his belt. So that's a lot of experience.
He's an angry young man. He's angry. He wants to fight everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes and takes a shot at us after this. Dustin's 6'5" though, so it's your fight. You can take him.
He's got Mike Bell in full guard here on his back. Mike Bell hasn't really managed to do much damage to Curtis Demarce after that attempted Kimura earlier in this fight. I think Curtis has done a pretty good job kind of sustaining it so far and moving around a little bit as much as he can from his back. He's going to try to attempt to take a leg, and now there goes Bell.
Mike Bell, he's damaged Demarce. Demarce is injured right now. He needs to capitalize to take this win. He cannot let Curtis Demarce recover from that.
Bell with a couple of heavy shots, and it looked as though a couple of them landed on Curtis Demarce. but now Demarce is able to tie him back up a little bit. Great position still, though, for Mike Bell here. This fight, 3 minutes old. We are in round 1. Curtis Demarce and Mike Bell, and it is Mike Bell trying to get that.
Mike Bell's really working the submissions right now. He's had a lot of attempts with ground and pound. He could definitely be doing some knee damage right now to the midsection. However, he's avoiding the knees. I'm not certain why. There we go, on cue. Thank you, Mike Bell. But you know what? I'm not certain why he's not working the knees right now, even on the thighs. Or just trying to slow down Demarce. He's a 21-year-old fighter. He's going to have energy, and he's going to be able to sustain some damage.
Starts to work the knees just a little bit there, but he's in a position where working the knees doesn't really give up anything, right? You can get those knee shots in essentially for free. Now Demarce has turned it back around and gets him back into full guard with about 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here.
Well, Bell's trying to get himself into full guard right now. I don't know, this is what we call a half guard position right now. He's leaned over quite nice. He's got some leverage right now on Demarce. Demarce looking a little confused. What's happening here right now is Mike Bell is working Demarce again. That is what I was talking about, Dustin. Right now, Mike Bell needs to continue with that punishment. These 2-3 shot flurries are not enough. He's got him stunned. He has to follow up with a big right or a massive elbow or some sort of hammer fist. The longer this fight goes, it's not going to go in Mike Bell's favor.
Mike Bell landing 1, 2, 3. And as Chris says, you're looking to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 37 seconds left to go here in the opening round, which has been dominated by Mike Bell. Curtis Demarce, though, taking a little bit of damage, but not enough to end this fight or get anywhere close to ending this fight, as Mike Bell, despite the control, had a couple of opportunities to maybe do a little more damage to Curtis Demarce, but let up just a little bit. Does that maybe come from the fact that he doesn't want to get caught in the submission? Maybe?
I don't believe Bell is fighting tentatively right now. He is fighting with a lot of aggression. I believe what Bell's trying to do is maybe just conserve a little gas in the tank in the second round. And that was a very close submission attempt there. We're going to get out of the first round and go to the second.
Bell gets out of it.
Good job by both fighters.
Yeah, Mike Bell definitely controlling the tempo of that opening round, but Curtis Demarce showing at the end there with that attempted submission. That's why I guess you have to pay attention a little bit. And let's take a look at some of the action that Mike Bell threw the way of Curtis Demarce. Take us through this here, Chris.
Well, you can see Mike Bell right there. He is doing not a significant amount of damage, but enough damage to keep Demarce on his back. Here is Bell again with wrist control, throwing in about 3 or 4 consecutive punches, landing with efficiency. Mike Bell looking like he's not tired, and I believe this could be a good second round, but Mike Bell needs to close it up and not allow Curtis Demarce to go into the third round where it could get dangerous for him. Because looking right now at Demarce, you can see the amount of energy that he still has. He's still ready to go. He's got lots of gas left in the tank, and he's 21 years old. This fight's far from over.
All but 2 of Mike Bell's 13 losses have been by way of submission, so he's got to make sure he watches that here against Curtis Demarce.